Happy Earth Day, everyone. I thought I'd celebrate this special day for the Earth by earthing. In other words, walking barefoot on the ground. I actually do this every day anyway, and it's one of the best ways to ramp up your immune system and turn on your anti-inflammatory switches. I actually wrote about this in my book, The Vitality Secret, and it was a result of being given the book called Earthing by Clint Ober, who I've actually tagged in this post. And originally, he was laughed out of the scientific community by proving to people that just by earthing, people could get rid of all these illnesses. And he realized that people were separated from the ground. And we're being separated by rubber and plastic on our feet, and we're not connecting to the Earth's healing energy. So we're electrical beings. Everything about us is electrical. We all know that now, although it's easy to lose sight of this. What he found was when you connect to the ground, you actually reduce inflammation in your body and you can improve your immune system. So given that just about every chronic illness is a result of inflammation, you could imagine the effectiveness of getting earthing has on your body. In fact, it was in Earthing where he described chronic inflammation as the holy grail of health, or rather, reversing it as the holy grail of health. And that was one of the main inspirations behind my writing my book, as well as witnessing my father suffer a stroke completely unnecessarily, and my own journey with 30 years worth of eczema, which can be completely reversed. And I did, for the most part. I say for the most part, because if I don't follow my own advice, it can come back. It's just a symptom of inflammation. So, very interesting book. It's called Earthing. And if you want to just ramp up your immune system, do this. Walk on the ground. It's free. You can walk on the ground for free. No one's going to charge you. In other words, in case you didn't know what free meant. And get in the sun for some vitamin D. Get earthed. There we go. No food involved. Just get earthed. And ramp up the electrical flow in your body. The Earth is a sea of negatively charged electrons. Every cell in our body is negatively charged. 50 odd trillion cells if you talk to Bruce Lipton. We need to charge these cells up. And if we're disconnected from the ground, we're missing out on a vast amount of electricity that we can use to reverse inflammation and ramp up the immune system. Another thing about this, which is really cool, is because earthing isn't so convenient all the time, what they did, his company, invented earthing sheets and pillowcases, which can be, they use these electrically conductive, thank you, Neil, fibers, and you connect to these into the earthing terminal in the house, in the third socket, the third prong, in the normal power socket, which is connected directly to the ground. That's what it does. It's to protect the house in the event of an electric shock. But you can plug in these earthing sheets to that third socket overnight, which means you can end up sleeping grounded or earthed for your whole sleep. And he's reported on so many different illnesses going away purely by being connected to the ground. After a while of connecting or doing his own studies, lots of scientists started to listen to him. And then he's written Earthing, and he has a whole company around earthing, and it's such a cheap way and effective way of ramping up the immune system and keeping inflammation right down. So thank you, Clint, and all of your work in this field. And to everyone, happy Earth Day. Get earthing.